Hello again and welcome to our second part of the story of Moses. So God told Moses to go back to Egypt to see Pharaoh and to tell Pharaoh to let his people go. Moses returns to Egypt. God of Israel says, "Let his people go." Moses, who is this God of yours, the God of the Hebrews? I do not recognize him. Go away from me. Pharaoh, the Lord God of Israel says, "Let his people go." Is there nothing you can do that's different? That is a cheap trick. Even my magicians can do that. You have defied the Lord God of Israel. You shall see his hand stretched out over Egypt, and you shall know that the Lord is God. So Moses leaves Pharaoh. God says to Moses, "Go down to the river and meet Pharaoh there." So Moses goes down to the river. "Pharaoh, the Lord God of Israel says, 'Let my people go, or you shall see the hand of God raised against Egypt.'" Moses, raise your staff over the land of Egypt. So Moses raised his staff over Egypt, and frogs appeared all over the land. After the frogs came lice, flies, pestilence, and boils. But still, Pharaoh would not let Israel go. Next came hail with fire in it, and it squashed all the animals, the plants, and everything. Moses' threat of how God would raise his arm was coming through. There wasn't a lot left now in Egypt. After the hail with the fire and the locust, there came a dreadful sight. 3 days of night where there was no sun at all. Morning, noon, nighttime, all rolled into one. For 3 days there was no light in the land of Egypt. In the final act, God told the people of Israel to slaughter a lamb, to roast its meat and eat it, and to use some of the blood to put on the doorpost. So blood was rubbed on this side of the doorpost, on this side of the doorpost, and the top lintel of the doorpost. This was going to be a sign for the angel, as the angel passed through, to leave whoever was in that house safe. But because none of this was done in Egypt, because it was God's people, Israel, that was told to do it, God's final act of judgment on Egypt was the firstborn. After that, Pharaoh realized that the Lord God of Israel was the one true God and let the people of Israel go.